Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name's Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this box. This is the Ubiquiti UA-Ultra. So it's part of the Ubiquiti UniFi Access range. And this is what's called the Ultra. This is actually an all-in-one hub. So if you're not really totally familiar with how Ubiquiti Access works, you need a controller per door. You traditionally have a UA hub. The UA hub is connected back to your console. So you still need your console, which is a UDM Pro or UDM SE or even a UNVR. All right, and this is then wired to your door, and you would normally have a card reader, something like this, the G2 Pro 2 reader connected to it. For smaller setups, Ubiquiti have now actually brought out this, which I think is really great. It's not got two-way communication, but this is your NFC and your card and your fob reader. This is not going to be a big technical overview, but it will help you of what's in the box. But this has got the hub built into it as well, which becomes a really good cost-effective solution for door access if it's something you are looking for in the Ubiquiti range. So let me go through what you're going to get in the box. You're going to get a little conformity guide, which you're probably not going to take out of its packing. You are going to get plenty of little packs of screws and lugs to be able to fit this. And you're going to get a quick release tool. There we go, a quick release tool to be able to unclip this from all its mounting. You are going to get a drilling guide here for the back plate, as well as a drilling guide for the basic plate, which I'll show you in a minute. You're going to get the basic plate, which is this. And I'll show you how all of this fits together in a moment. And you are going to get your slightly more solid metal back plate there, along with a flush mount cover that's going to go over the top. All right, so I'll show you how that fits together in a moment, but let's talk about this. So this is a card reader, we'll do NFC. So if you've got the Ubiquiti app, you can use it on here. If you have got one of the key cards that they do, like credit card size, you can do that. There's a key fob as well. So that's going to be mounted on the outside of your property. You're going to have a PoE cable, Ethernet cable running to it that's going to come from your PoE switch, which ultimately is going to connect it to your OS console. So let me just show you the device itself. Probably going to be pretty bright in the lights there. Obviously the lights will come in here to show you that it's connected. All right, take this off at the back. So when we have a look around the back here, you can see we've got 4 terminals. So we've got 2 for entry and 2 for exit, and we've got our PoE Ethernet port in there. So what does this work? We need to this still needs to be wired out using 12-volt cable to our door strike for our entry, and then for our exit, maybe we're going to have one of those green push buttons or a flick switch. You might not need it if you're more residential. You've just got a handle that you can undo on the inside. But that's what those 2 sets of terminal blocks are for. You are then going to get a bung here that allows you to pass the Ethernet cable through. Remember, this goes outside, and to keep it waterproof, we need to pass that actually through, and then that fits into place at the back. So as you can imagine, this is designed to be recessed. So we have several ways of recessing it. We can either use our basic tool plate, which is going to be screwed into the wall, and then this basically clips into place there, as you can see, like that. All right, and that's recessed. If you want something a little bit more secure, you still need this. This will be screwed onto your mounting plate here. All right, and that will give you that type of thing. All right, this will then clip into place on there, and then you take your flush mount plate and make that over the top. Probably can't do it without putting it all together, give you an idea. All right, and then obviously that will all neatly be flush mounted into place. Not greatly demonstrated by me, but hopefully that is helpful. So hopefully that shows you what's in the box. We've got plenty other box opening on our YouTube channel, so do head on over to there. We've got plenty of how-to guides. What do I need to run UniFi Access, for instance, and how to configure it and all of those bits and pieces as well. So hopefully that was useful. Why don't you head over to YouTube, subscribe, and stay up to date.